back to Through the Speakers. I am joined with my co-host Phil Beale and today's artist, Donno.
What up, Donno? Hey, welcome, Donno.
How are we, Donno?
Good, brother. You? How are we?
Oh, fantastic, mate.
Man.
All the better for seeing you.
Oh, nice one. Making me blush and that.
Absolutely, mate.
Every time, Phil.
So, what have you been up to? You haven't been here for a couple of weeks. What's going on in the life of Donno?
Wagwan.
Wagwan, man. Yeah, plenty of travelling. Went over the sea to Belfast the other week. Had a bit of a trip over there. Yeah, just been meditating and that a lot as well, really.
Have you?
Yeah, manifesting the future and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you talked about Belfast last time we were together on camera, I think.
Yeah.
And, so was that a bit of an update, a bit more of the same again, sort of thing? As you
it was
about
better than last year, bro. It was epic, lad. It was an unreal experience. Like, it was sick.
Wow.
How come you were actually over there?
So there's a community festival that goes on every year called Féile and Phobal, which is Irish for Festival of the Public. So it celebrates the Irish language, culture, and things like that, and music. So
is it all types of music, or is it?
Yeah. So it's on for about a week or two, I think. But I was only there for we went there for a few days, but I only went to the Féile for the rap night to go and see Kneecap and a few others and all that.
Yeah.
So
And is that a growing festival, or is that a big festival?
Yeah, I mean, it's still growing, but it's gotten quite big, like, yeah, you know.
Different genres, though.
Yeah, well, on the day we were there, there was a few bands on, you know, doing some traditional music as well, but it was mostly rap on that day, like. But yeah, it's going to be sick, lads. It's getting bigger and better every year as well, and it's celebrating something positive, and there's always positive vibes, you know what I'm saying?
And is that a goal for you to eventually go over there and be performing yourself?
Definitely, bro, definitely. No, I didn't perform this year, but last year, the first time I went, when I saw that stage, I had my heart set on it, like, so. Been doing a lot of networking this year and all that, so maybe next year we'll see what happens in it, you know what I'm saying?
Fantastic. Did you reconnect with Kneecap?
Yeah, we got to see them again. Got another picture with DJ Provi. They did another mural unveiling in Hawthorne Street.
Wow, what was actually depicted on the mural? They're phenomenal, aren't they? They really are.
Yeah,
I love it being Liverpool, but
yeah. This one was one of the pieces of artwork that they've got on the merchandise. It's just a map of Ireland and England with a hand coming out grabbing the shape of Northern Ireland.
Wow.
And it says England, get out of Ireland. Like.
Wow, amazing, yeah. So you are immersing yourself in that culture, but it's something that for you has been a lifelong thing, isn't it? It's not just about nothing now.
Yeah.
It's about growing up in that environment.
So I grew up knowing about my Irish blood and heritage and all that. And always felt very connected to it, like, so that's something I've always carried with me my whole life. Yeah, it's something I hold very, very dear to me, like.
Of course, absolutely right.
So, as well as being over in Belfast and Ireland and stuff like that, what is happening in the life of Donno? What have you got coming up? What can you talk about?
So yeah, I've got a new mixtape coming out soon in October. We're looking at. It's called From the Ashes. No, it's not. Yeah, it is From the Ashes. I thought I got the other one mixed up then.
No, right, first time, mate.
Yeah.
Right,
From the Ashes,
time.
yeah. So that's coming out October time. We're just waiting for some confirmation on venue.
For a launch party, yeah.
For a little launch party.
So what is there like a reason behind the name of this?
Yeah, so one of the songs on it is got the same name, so I thought, yeah, well, I'll name the mixtape after one of the songs that I feel represents me in a good way, and that's obviously, so the song's called From the Ashes, and that's about it's about rising over problems and rising from the ashes of you know what might have burnt down in your life. You can rise from it better and stronger.
Valid lesson. Yeah, one of the all.
Very motivational as well. If
people
are down and you can even just listen to the song and just go, I remember Donno saying what this was about. And
that's my mission, bro. Like, obviously doing music brought me out of a dark place myself, and helped me see that there was you know, a brighter side to life and better things you can do. And
So what?
if I can help someone else come to that realisation through my music, bro, that's a major success for me. Like.
Yeah. Did you feel comfortable talking about where you actually were? What happened?
Don't think we should go into too much detail on some of that, like, but
I know.
you know, I was around some you know, negative circles, things like that.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a mental health thing going on for quite a lot of my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, some of my life's just been a struggle. Like, you know, other people have had it worse, and I'm grateful that I'm in a position where I can project lightness and positivity. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I try and focus on more than anything in the past, is what I can do with the future.
Yeah. When did you discover that spiritual part of you, which I know is really, really important to you? I know it's a huge part of your overall, who you are.
Well,
when did that start, that journey, that spiritual journey?
I suppose that if you look at the big picture, like, the journey started when I was born to this earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But in a conscious sense.
Yeah,
though.
but like, same thing, bro. Like, I've always been spiritually aware in some capacity,
right.
But it's manifested itself in different ways, you know, across my life. You know what I mean? So when I was younger, my family was very Christian, born again Christian.
Really?
Yeah, so I had a bit of a connection to spirituality through that.
Wow.
And then as I've got older, did some research into it, a lot of the world's religions, and
yeah,
you know, took positive and negative things away from all of them.
Sure.
So yeah, it's been a long journey of learning from everything really, and taking things in, keeping an open mind. That's sort of how I can describe my journey, like, you know what I mean?
So going slightly back, just bringing in obviously your new mixtape coming in and stuff like that, what motivated you to be able to write this? Because I know there's quite a few songs on it, I believe, isn't there?
Yeah, there's about, I think, 14 to 16 or so. I can't remember which one it was, to be honest.
15,
yeah, it might actually be smack bang in the middle, like, you know what I mean? What motivated me to write it? A lot of it for me is I just write what I'm feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of it's just like, you know, inspired by things going on in my life and the way I'm thinking about things, and it manifests itself into little nuggets of music. You know what I mean? And what motivates me to do it to a professional level is the idea that could help other people as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, I'm under no illusion that I'm unique in this world, because I'm not. You know, everyone's connected. I am you and you are me. So, you know, I can't be the only one feeling and experiencing the things that I am. So, you know, I want to get that out in front of as many people as possible to try and help people in similar situations. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic.
What a great ambition to have. So, related back over to Ireland again, and when before we came on air, we were talking, weren't we? And you mentioned about that spiritual aspect of Irish life.
Yeah.
Explain a bit more about that for people that are watching.
So, I mean, the Irish language itself is very spiritual. Native speakers of the language have a whole different, well, even people who speak it as a second language, once you learn the language, you learn a whole different outlook on not just the way of life, but the landscape that you live in. Emotions have a whole different concept. It's like in English, if I was going to say, I am sad, you know, if you break that down to what that means, that means you identify as sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be an emotion. So in Irish, it's tabron orm. There is sadness on me, so it's a temporary thing.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's also how you say sorry as well.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, imagine I, you know, accidentally tripped you up and there's sadness on me.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So it's like,
it's the same thing. Yeah.
That's be the literal translation of it. Like.
That's amazing. I love that.
So yeah, it's there's a lot of spiritual aspects to the language and the culture, like, you know, mythical creatures, if you want to go into the culture of it, like, you know, leprechauns, banshees, you know, everything like that it's all got roots in nature, and you know, how ancient people would have interpreted the surroundings and the nature and the landscape that they live in.
Is it still, as a society, is it still more rural? Is it still more kind of based around countryside than?
I mean, there's a lot of metropolitanism there. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, there's big cities and all that. Like, it's just like
I've been to Belfast quite a long time.
Like Belfast itself.
It's a capital city, isn't it?
It is. It's fairly
and
small.
It looks like one, though, doesn't it?
It does.
All the architecture is a capital city, isn't it? Screams it.
In like square area, though, Belfast is quite small.
Right.
And I think a lot of cities in Ireland are, but they are, like, especially Belfast, it's quite dense, and but then there's also countryside surrounding it.
Yeah.
So when you
can
come in
actually
on the
see
boat,
it, can't you, from the city
when you
centre,
come in on the boat, you can see all the city centre, the housing estates,
Yeah.
blocks of flats, and then there's just mountains
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah, amazing,
And there's something there I find mesmerising about that. Like, growing up in Liverpool, we've got the city and all that, and you know, there's a beach and all that, but it's just not the same. It almost feels magical over there, bro. Like, you can feel the magic in the land, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people say
like
that.
here, it's just creamy old England, lad, innit?
Have you done Southern? Have you done Dublin?
No, not yet, bro, but it's on the list, like,
Yeah. Fantastic.
So, sorry, I'm going to just, again, going back into the music stuff and staying all sorts of on that language barrier as well. Have you portrayed the language into the mixtape as well? Is there some of that in your rap?
Yeah, there is a song on there called Dude War Rower, which means Big Busty Spliff. So yeah, that was inspired by my first trip over there to go and see Kneecap, and you know, some of the smoking terminology and things like that. You can't learn that in a language book, you know. So
it won't be in there, will it?
Yeah, no. So listening to them actually has helped me learn some of the colloquialisms and slang as well. Do you know what I mean? And how to talk about things that you can't talk about in a classroom, like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was inspired by them, and there's quite a bit of the Irish language used in that song. Man.
Wow, cool. That's your first venture into doing that?
Yeah, well, it was the first one I've released. I've wrote other things, but like, you know, just didn't go down that avenue. Like, one of the other ones I wrote was a bit deeper and didn't feel ready to show that to the world. Like.
Yeah. So whereabouts are you now in your journey in terms of learning the language? I think you mentioned that you have had some classroom work. You've done some classroom studying.
Yeah, well, I've got no official qualification or anything like that, but I would say I'm up to a decent enough level where I could have a small conversation with someone. On the spot as well, it's a bit harder, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was having a relaxed conversation with someone, I'd be able to remember more. But you know, when you just meet someone in the street, it's a bit like, you know what I mean?
A bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but like, obviously, the more you train your ear to it as well, like that, I can say a lot more than I can understand, because...
You can say a lot more than you can understand, that's really interesting.
Because, say, like, it's a bit like someone learning English from a different country coming here and trying to understand me speaking Scouse in a fast tempo. It's the same type of thing, like, so if I was talking to a native speaker, you could leave me in the wind.
Yes,
but
of course,
I know enough to learn more and to get by, and I know a lot of the, you know, grammar rules, and I'm starting to, throughout my day-to-day, everything, I'm always translating things in my head. You know what I mean? So you just got to keep your brain on it and keep going, and just keep training your ear, like, so that's where I'm at, really.
Fantastic, man.
Right, so we are very quickly running out of time, but just before to move on, when and where is the mixtape being released?
Not sure on the where, but we're looking on October sometime. We just need the confirmation for the venue and all that. We've got the CD sorted, we've got the online releases sorted.
CDs are a £5.
Yeah, CDs are a cheeky bluey. You know.
Signed?
Yeah, signed. So one day, if you buy one off me, one day they could be worth something more.
Keep one for me.
Yeah.
I'm having one.
When the mixtape is released, what platforms can...
There's quite a few. I think one of them was Audio Mac.
Yeah, it was.
They've all just flew out of my head.
Well, they flew out your head for now. But people
we'll put them up on the screen, how about that?
Yeah, good idea, we'll label that.
Yeah.
And you put it up on your social media, which is what?
at Donno Music, Donno. If you don't know how to spell music, you're in the wrong place.
Hey!
There we go. Right, so just before we...
What about Taylor's patent quickfire questions?
Yeah, because we've got about 2 or 3 minutes left.
Quick fire duel, me lad.
Quick fire. Music venue in the world that you want to play.
Failure and Fobble.
Failure, which is again...
Music artist that you want to collab with.
Kneecap. Junsu. J. Cole. Loads, lad.
If you weren't a musician, what would you be?
What, like if I chose now what to do, or like if I'd never done music?
If you've never done music, would it? Tell you what, if you
I'd probably be a hardened criminal.
Or dead.
Or dead, yeah. Or a gigolo.
A gigolo. Mate, there's a future.
Favourite song to perform live?
Oh.
Changed them up on you.
Yeah, you'd have, haven't you? I like performing Risk and Reward. I like performing Loco.
Have you performed From the Ashes yet, the actual track?
Yeah, I like performing that as well. It's a bit more of a challenging one though because of the melody in it, but it depends on the setup in the gaff, but I do enjoy that one, like, yeah.
Cool.
Best thing about Big Condo Records?
The family environment and the inclusive orientated mindset and the positivity and the law of attraction.
Absolutely.
The biggest thing that Big Condo has taught you?
Taught me how to be my own person.
That's big stuff, man.
And finally, for any upcoming artists or rappers or producers, what piece of advice would you give them?
You can do anything you set your mind to. Thoughts become things and you are the master of your thoughts. Don't let anyone else knock you off track from that.
Well, Donno, it's been a pleasure.
A pleasure indeed.
Phil?
A great pleasure.
A pleasure once again.
As always, mate. To see you, always.
You know that, boys.
Literally, mate.
And one more time, where can people find you?
All social media platforms at Donno Music. Donno Music. If you don't know how to spell music, get to know.
Phil.Beal.71 across Facebook and Instagram.
Don't worry, that's not his age. And mine is TaylorJ.music.
Rude.
Don't forget to head over to Instagram as well, follow Big Condo Records. Don't forget, we have got our website, www.bigcondorecords.co.uk. You can learn more about the artists, see advice. If you want to get in contact with us, there's a contact page there. We've got loads of merch, and I'll see you all next week for another episode of Through the Speakers.
Donno!